From bustling markets to the Colosseum's roar, we're taking you back to the heart of the Roman Empire. Welcome to my channel. And today, let's explore what daily life was like in ancient Rome at its peak. Imagine yourself stepping through a time portal and finding yourself in the middle of the Roman Empire at its zenith. You're greeted by the sight of towering marble buildings adorned with intricate artwork reflecting the power and wealth of the empire. But beyond the grandeur, life in Rome was a mix of splendor, struggle, and everything in between. As you stroll through the city, the sounds of commerce fill your ears. Merchants hawk their wares in the Forum, the bustling marketplace that forms the center of Roman life. The air is filled with the scent of spices, fresh produce, and leather goods. In the distance, the rhythmic clang of hammers echoes from the workshops where artisans craft exquisite pieces of jewelry, furniture, and statues. These skilled craftsmen are vital to the Roman economy, and their work not only beautifies the city, but also contributes to its prosperity. But the true heart of Roman commerce lies in the Forum Magnum, a vast open space surrounded by government buildings and temples. Here, merchants from across the empire come together to buy and sell goods, creating a vibrant atmosphere of trade and negotiation. The Forum isn't just a place for business, though. It's also the center of political life in Rome. As you walk through the bustling crowd, you might find yourself in the middle of a heated debate between orators. They gather here to discuss current events and engage in passionate discussions about the future of the empire. The energy is electric as they passionately voice their opinions and attempt to sway the public. In the distance, you see the iconic Colosseum, the largest amphitheater ever built, standing as a testament to Roman engineering prowess. What you don't see are the thousands of people fighting to the death inside of it. But even if you didn't see the bloodshed, you would definitely hear the screams of the crowds. The Colosseum is a hub of entertainment, hosting gladiatorial combats, animal hunts, and even mock naval battles. The roar of the crowd echoes through the streets, a constant reminder of the empire's thirst for spectacle. This desire for entertainment is only matched by the Romans' love of food. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafting from street vendors' carts tempts passers-by with the promise of a tasty snack. Further down, you stumble upon an outdoor tavern where locals gather to enjoy a drink and maybe a bit of gambling. The laughter and chatter mingle with the sound of glasses clinking, creating a lively atmosphere of camaraderie and good cheer. In the shadows of these grand structures, however, another side of Roman life emerges. The grandeur of the city belies a stark contrast between the opulence enjoyed by the elite and the harsh realities faced by the poor. Narrow, winding streets often become cramped and unsanitary, especially during the hot summer months when waste disposal becomes a challenge. Disease can spread quickly through the densely populated areas, posing a constant threat to the health of the citizens. Despite these challenges, life in Rome at its peak was a tapestry of sights, sounds, and experiences. Strolling through the city, you might encounter merchants hawking their wares, artisans working diligently in their workshops, and politicians engaging in lively debates in the Forum. The air buzzes with activity as people from all walks of life go about their daily routines. The daily life of ordinary Romans was a mix of work, family, and community life. Men typically engaged in various occupations such as merchants, artisans, or laborers. Women managed households, raised children, and participated in religious rituals and festivals. Families were the backbone of Roman society and often lived in multi-generational households with parents, children, and even extended family members sharing a single dwelling. Children received an education that focused on rhetoric, literature, and history, preparing them for a life of civic duty. Roman society placed a strong emphasis on community involvement and public service. Citizens were encouraged to participate in local assemblies and to hold public office. The concept of civic virtue was highly valued, and Romans were expected to put the common good ahead of their own personal interests. Religious life played a significant role in the daily lives of Romans. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, including Jupiter, Juno, and Minerva, and believed in a system of mythology that explained the origins of the universe and human existence. Religion permeated every aspect of Roman life, from the rituals performed by priests to the festivals that celebrated the gods and goddesses. Religious festivals, or feriae, were an integral part of Roman culture and marked important events in the agricultural cycle or celebrated the gods and goddesses of the Roman pantheon. These festivities included processions, sacrifices, and theatrical performances. Romans believed that appeasing the gods was crucial for the well-being of the empire and its citizens. The Pax Romana, or Roman peace, ushered in an era of stability and prosperity across the empire. Trade flourished along the extensive road network, connecting distant provinces and facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas. Agriculture was a dominant economic activity, providing food and resources for the growing population centers. Roman innovations in agriculture, such as advanced irrigation systems and new farming techniques, helped increase productivity and ensure food security. Slavery, while morally reprehensible, played a significant role in the Roman economy. Slaves were used in households for domestic tasks and in agriculture to work the land. The use of slaves allowed for the specialization of labor and contributed to the accumulation of wealth among the upper classes. Now let's talk about the mighty emperors who ruled the Roman Empire. At the pinnacle of power stood the emperor, considered a divine ruler with absolute authority over the vast empire. The emperor's face adorned coins, statues, and even buildings, symbolizing his omnipresence and the empire's prosperity. The emperor's court was a complex web of advisors, courtiers, and influential individuals who sought favor and advancement. The emperor's decisions, from military campaigns to the distribution of land, had profound implications for the stability and growth of the empire. Now let's shift our focus to the senators, the elite class of Roman society. Senators held considerable power and influence, shaping political decisions and controlling vast estates. They were responsible for passing laws, managing the empire's finances, and maintaining order. The Senate's authority, however, was not absolute, and they often had to balance the interests of the people with those of the emperor and the wealthy landowners. Behind the facade of Rome's glory, there existed a darker underbelly. The pursuit of wealth, power, and pleasure sometimes led to corruption, greed, and moral decay among the elite. The gap between the opulent lifestyle of the rich and the abject poverty of the poor widened, creating social tensions and unrest. Now let's talk about the dreaded gladiator games. These spectacles were a prominent form of entertainment in the Roman Empire, held in massive arenas like the Colosseum. Gladiators, often slaves or prisoners, were forced to fight to the death in front of a roaring crowd. The brutality of these games, while shocking to modern sensibilities, was seen as a necessary outlet for Roman citizens to release their violent tendencies and reaffirm their own humanity. Another form of entertainment was chariot racing, which was a popular sport in ancient Rome. Spectators would gather at the Circus Maximus to watch teams of horses or chariots compete in races or exhibitions of skill. Chariot racing was not only a source of amusement, but also a way to display the wealth and power of the competing factions. The roar of the crowds, the clash of chariots, and the dust kicked up by the speeding horses created an electrifying atmosphere of excitement and anticipation. So far, we've covered a lot of ground, but now let's get to the real meat of the video. We've explored the daily life of ordinary Romans, the power of the emperors and senators, and the entertainment and control aspects of Roman society. Now let's discuss how all these factors combined to shape the destiny of one of the greatest empires in history. At its peak, the Roman Empire stretched from the Atlantic coast of Britain to the deserts of North Africa and the mountains of Arabia. This vast territory was home to a diverse array of peoples, each contributing to the richness and complexity of Roman society. The empire's size brought immense challenges, such as maintaining order and defending its borders. Yet the Romans developed sophisticated systems of governance and military organization to manage their vast holdings. Defending the borders of such a vast empire required a formidable military force. The Roman legions were renowned for their discipline, training, and effectiveness. Soldiers served not only to protect the empire's frontiers, but also to put down rebellions and maintain control throughout the provinces. Along the empire's borders, you'd find fortified camps housing troops ready to defend against any threat. Ancient Rome, at its peak, is a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the complexities of power. It was a world where monumental architecture, sophisticated infrastructure, and relentless expansion coexisted alongside social inequality, political intrigue, and the horrors of gladiatorial combat. To truly understand this period is to embrace both its achievements and its flaws. As we reflect on the legacy of ancient Rome, let us celebrate its contributions to law, engineering, and culture while acknowledging the darkness that lurked beneath its grandeur. Remember, the story of Rome is not just a tale of the past. It's a mirror reflecting aspects of human nature that continue to resonate today.